These pictures broke my heart. Like thousands of Sudanese diaspora, I've been watching in horror as the footage from Khartoum paints a picture of terror and violence. I'm Mohamed Hashim. I'm a Sudanese journalist at the BBC. In April, I went home to witness the birth of a new era. Hundreds of thousands of Sudanese were on the streets of Khartoum rejoicing at the removal of President Omar al-Bashir. My emotions then couldn't be more opposite to how they are now. This is the former long-time dictator Omar al-Bashir. His rule was characterized by political oppression, economic depression, and war. Bashir was eventually overthrown through a peaceful sit-in earlier this year, and people took to the streets in days of celebration. A military council had promised a transition to civilian rule, but talks broke down with civilian representatives. The long-standing sit-in was brutally broken up in a day of bloody violence. Well, you have the protesters, literally millions of Sudanese who occupied the streets for months. Their main representative body is the SPA, the Sudanese Professionals Association. They want an international investigation into June's massacre before they resume talks. And on the other hand, you have the TMC, Sudan's Transitional Military Council. Several of the original members of the 9-person council have now resigned or been replaced. Its most powerful figure is this man, the deputy head, Lieutenant General Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, aka Hemeti. He is a controversial figure with a bloody past. His rapid support forces, what locals call the Janjaweed, were responsible for June's massacre. Most African and Western countries have backed the protesters. This man, Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, flew to Sudan to try and broker a new agreement between the two sides. The United States has also weighed in and sent an envoy to Khartoum. Saudi Arabia too has urged for further discussion, but stopped short of condemning the military violence, perhaps fearing the protests could inspire similar events on its own soil. But now, many Sudanese protesters are taking to social media to express their fears about further brutal clampdowns. There is a very real fear that this could become very bad very quickly. For my beloved homeland, that is something that fills my heart with dread.